Hi, my name is Dr. Ilea Knotts. I am the Biology 102 instructor and lab coordinator. And what Biology 102 is general principles of Biology 2. That's mainly covering more organismal level rather than cellular level information that could be covering ecology, evolution, biodiversity, and even anatomy and physiology of plants and animals. So this is a lab that you might come take the course in. We have safety gear because we get you working with the animals. We have dissections of rats. We have models of skeletons, both rat skeletons, human skeletons. We have microscopes so that we can look at the plant and animal slides. And we even have a lab where you get to design your own experiment. You get to take home sea monkeys and play around with them in the water. So it's a really fun course.
Hi guys, I'm Dr. Poulain in the biology department. Welcome to my lab. So what we're interested in doing in my lab is to do experiments to understand how the brain forms. And we want to know how neurons connect with one another during development. And so to do so, we're using a tiny little animal called zebrafish as a model system to be able to see neurons live in a living animal. So if you come to my lab, you will see a zebrafish facility where we host over 4,000 zebrafish in tanks, and we breed these zebrafish to get zebrafish embryos and see neurons in embryos and how they develop. So if you join USC, you might have the opportunity to have a great research experience and learn how to do experiment with zebrafish to discover and learn more about the brain.
Hi, my name is Susan Lang. I'm an associate professor in the School of the Earth, Ocean, and Environment. And in this lab, we look at what happens when water in the deep sea passes through the rocky subsurface, subsea floor. And so what we do is we go out into the field and we collect samples from deep sea hydrothermal systems, which is where hot water is passing through the crust. And we look at the organic molecules that water carries to try and figure out what's happening in the subsurface. It can be really hard to collect samples from these environments. We have hot fluids that are coming out of very small orifices. And so what we use is this water sampler here. This is the hydrothermal organic geochemistry, or HOG water sampler. We load this onto a remotely operated vehicle or a submersible, and that goes down into the deep ocean, and we come up to a hydrothermal vent chimney, and the ROV or submersible will have a claw that we can operate, and it will take the intake of this sampler and put this in the hot fluid, and then we'll pump water down through this connector, and that gets shunted over into our water sampler, and then each of these chambers holds 2 liters, and we can fill them up, and so we can collect up to about 16 different samples that we can then bring back on deck and analyze for organics and microbes and all the other things that we're interested in.
Hi, I'm Stephen Sloop. I am a graduate student for USC's chemistry department. I teach labs and I also teach organic chemistry lectures. So this is the honors chemistry organic laboratory, and so actually each student gets their own chemistry hood, which means that all reactions and open vessels, whether they're solvent liquids or solids, are in this hood. All experiments actually take place here as well. It's constantly taking air in and pulling it out. That way we never breathe any of the vapors that could be harmful to our body, which is pretty helpful. And so if you are actually a pre-med student or wanting to go into any medical field, odds are you are going to be in a laboratory setting just like this, because this is the new laboratory building that everyone uses. And so where we are now is actually where, if you get farther down the road with chemistry, you'll be dealing with a lot more instruments. So these are the higher level labs. They're a lot larger than the lab that you saw before or the organic lab that you've seen. But There's a lot of cool stuff going on here, and hopefully one day you'll get to figure it out.